Every spring, my wife and I do a full clean out of our home, or at least we try. We clean closets, garage, although that's more my territory, the storage room, and we go through everything. And I don't know about you, but we always find the same thing. We find stuff that we bought and we sit there wondering, why did we buy this? Like, we don't use it, it costs a lot of money, and it just sits there for the day that maybe, just maybe, we might use it. Now, I've said this in previous videos, we have 4 kids, and I'm a little embarrassed to admit this, but we have bought so many stuffies that I can't even tell them apart anymore. And here's what I've learned as a financial advisor and a financial planner. Your finances need the exact same thing. They need a financial spring cleaning, because right now, quietly in the background, money is leaving your accounts every single month for things you've forgotten about, stopped using, or maybe never even needed in the first place. So today we're going to take a look at what might need to change or what might need to go. And the first place to look is streaming services. Now, I know each one feels small on its own. It's only $12 a month. It's only $17. It's only $20. But those 10s and 17s and those 20s add up, and you stack 4 or 5 of them together, and you're looking at anywhere from $60 to $120 a month on entertainment alone. And I actually know someone who will remain nameless who has a subscription to all of them. And I mean all of them, and they don't watch anything. And so here's the filter I think might be worth your while to apply. Ask yourself, do I actually use this? Am I using it consistently, or am I just keeping it out of habit? Now, from there, look for smarter options. Some services offer ad-supported plans if you can live with the commercials. If you can't, I get it. I totally understand. And here's one most people overlook. You know, your local library, I know maybe you haven't been in there in a while, but it gives you free access to so many things, audiobooks and other platforms and digital content. And it's free, already paid for by your tax dollars. Now, that alone can eliminate hopefully at least one subscription immediately. Or if you find yourself just watching things out of habit because there's nothing to do, well, then maybe it's worthwhile redirecting those funds towards a hobby. Now, here's the second area, and this one is a bit sneaky, and it's free trials. You signed up to access something, and you told yourself in 1 month, I'm going to cancel this. But you didn't, and you've done that a few times, and now there are several reoccurring charges buried somewhere in your statement that you haven't looked at maybe in months. And here's what you need to do this week. You need to pull the last 2 or 3 months worth of bank statements and credit cards and go line by line and just find a highlighter and start flagging and highlighting every reoccurring charge, especially all those that are maybe $20, $30 or less, because those just keep adding up. And what you need to do is cancel everything that you don't actively use. And going forward, when you sign up for a free trial, cancel it immediately. You'll still get access to the full period. You just won't get billed when it expires. Now, here's the third area, and that's apps on your phone, whether that's budgeting tools or fitness platforms, productivity apps, cloud storage upgrades, and all of that stuff. Individually, they're easy to dismiss, but they compound just like everything else in personal finance. And so take 5 minutes, maybe even after this video, and go into your phone's subscription settings, both Apple and Android, to show you a full list and ask yourself one question for each one. Am I still using this? Or am I just paying for the idea of using it? And cut anything that falls into that second category. No hesitation. Now, here's why it matters beyond just saving a few dollars. It's about intention. Most people don't have a spending problem. They have an attention problem. Money drifts out because no one is watching it closely enough. And you're not watching it because it's such a small amount. The problem is those small amounts keep adding up. And so when you do this personal audit and you do it really seriously, you may find $50, $60, $70, maybe even $200 a month. And here's something that you can do with it. For families and for professionals in the wealth building stage, this is where small decisions can compound into meaningful outcomes. That recovered money can shore up your emergency fund, which should sit at about 3 to 6 months of expenses in a liquid and an accessible account. It can accelerate debt repayment, reducing interest costs and improving your cash flow faster than you'd expect. Maybe you're stretched a little thin because you decided to finance or lease a vehicle. Well, if you freed up an extra $100 a month, how much more pressure would that take off of you and off of your monthly cash flow? Or it can even directly go into your investment portfolio, where consistent contributions invested over time will grow in ways where you won't find that growth in just that bank account sitting there. Now, the math part is fairly simple. It's the discipline part that's hard. My wife and I found out the hard way. And the problem wasn't that we weren't making enough. The problem was that what we were making was disappearing, but it was disappearing $10 to $20 at a time, several times a month. Now, oftentimes, financial progress isn't about a raise or a market return. Oftentimes, it simply starts with a financial spring cleaning.